awfully plain.
Awful plain, and I had all this film.
Do you remember John Houston?
I do.
Used to call here?
Always.
Yeah.
He always called here.
Very nice man, isn't he?
Oh, he's a grand man. A grand man.
It's a pity he left the country.
It was a shame.
Shame. Complete shame.
Yeah.
Well, are you going to Clarenbridge now?
Oh, I am, yes.
Oh, good man. Nothing like it. I hope you enjoy yourself.
I'm a part of the committee.
Yeah, you'll dance.
I will.
Come down there, are you? Where's the sound coming on? I get it. I'm on it.
1, 2, 3. My feet are here on Broadway, this blessed harvest morn. But oh, the ache that's in them for the spot where I was born. My weary hands are blistered from working cold at heat. But oh, to swing a scythe today through fields of Irish wheat. Had I the choice to wander back or own a king's abode, 'tis soon I'd see the hawthorn tree down the Old Bog Road. My mother died last springtime when Ireland's fields were green. The neighbors say her waking was the finest ever seen. There were snowdrops and primroses piled high beside her bed, and Farron's church was crowded when a funeral mass was said. And here was I on Broadway, building bricks by load, where they carried out her coffin down the Old Bog Road. And life's a weary puzzle, past finding out by man. I'll take the day for what it's worth and do the best I can. For no one cares a rush for me, what need to make a moan. I'll go my way and draw my pay and smoke my pipe alone. Each human heart must know its grief, though little be its load. So God be with you, our land, and the old
Well, that's an old song. Your rendition there, Dan, you're very welcome to Highways and Byways.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank
now,
you very
can
much
you switch
for
off
the
your amplification there while you're talking to me?
Yes.
And maybe you'll tell me a little bit about yourself first.
Yes, well, this is Dan the Street Singer speaking, and this is a little effort of mine made to bring back a lot of the old songs, not just Irish old songs, but a lot of the old songs that I knew as a child. And I've been thinking the thing over for the best part of 10 years. I've been doing it on a very casual basis, twice a year in fact, limited to twice a year in Louisburgh, in Westport, Canyon Jazz Festival, over the last 7 or 8 years. And this year I have got my own little cart behind me, amplified, voice and guitar amplified. I wander through the streets anywhere I'm brought, and I try to bring back the old songs because I believe that it's the only opportunity really that the young people have of hearing songs that will die if they're not heard.
That particular song there of Teresa Brayton's is an old song and a very popular song in the country still.
Indeed it is. You don't mind me mentioning that LP, that I have it on LP in a different tempo. It is in fact, musical experts agree it is a classic.
Do you remember the old ballad singers in the streets?
Oh, indeed I do. I'd be a few years older than you, Stoy, but I do in fact remember them. But they had no amplification, but they had something magical about them. No accompaniment sometimes, but I'm going as near as I can to bring back what I did here. And particularly in 1948 I heard one street singer singing 2 songs of a wet evening after a shower. He sang Mexi Kelly Rose and Beautiful Dreamer. They still stay in my mind, and it is that kind of memory that has inspired me to do what I'm trying to do.
How do you find people react to it?
Absolutely marvellous. There is amazement initially, but there is no doubt about it. It's looked on as a kind of a comical thing to see a fellow going out dressing up like this, but it all brings on the kind of reaction that you would expect to bring. It brings musical happiness, and I really have been in Galway races, the Rose of Tralee, but I would say as well that stands out in my mind, what stands out is Kevin Street, Henry Street in Dublin. I've done it 3 times, and the reaction of the people there, it is marvellous. If I never got my travelling expenses, it is worth it in satisfaction to see the reaction.
Can you describe to us what you wear?
I wear this overcoat, which was my sister's nursing uniform overcoat some years ago, and then it became my mother's chicken house overcoat, and so it was that for 7 or 8 years.
That would have been worn in hen houses?
That had been worn in hen houses, in hospital, theatres, and so on like that, and it is historic.
It's authentic,
well,
it is,
yes, that's true.
And then you're wearing runners, I noticed as well.
Well, preferably with holes in them, for 2 reasons. They're old-fashioned enough. I remember street singers with these kind of shoes, the rain coming in, but they were always holes in them to let the rain out again, so to speak, you know. But I find that they give me a good grip on the road as well. So it's a double advantage, and it's all trying to depict the old time, to do my little bit, like you're doing in a much bigger way, to keep the old times alive.
Well, Dan the Street Singer, thank you for joining us at Highways and Byways. It's going to be that.
Thank you very much. So casual that I'm very grateful to you. Thank you very much indeed.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed.